Here by the last couple of years we've been working on different challenges. It requires a little bit of persistence, doing backflips on Ninja Warrior obstacles, testing finger strength, flipping with a bar, and last challenge took 9 months and over 600 attempts to accomplish. So it's been a while since we learned something new, and I think today is the beautiful time to find a new challenge. So for some reason when I come up with a new challenge, I really want it to be real, I really want it to be difficult, and for some reason I want it to look cool. So tonight we are going to try something that I wouldn't even take in consideration to try. So one of you guys asked to try something they call shrimp flip, and I believe it's from street bar freestyle, and majority of these tricks looks like epic, but I don't want to hurt anyone. The shrimp flip, I think the ugliest flip I saw in my life. So for today our challenge is a shrimp flip, and we're going to rate how difficult to learn, how difficult it's technically, how difficult it's physically, how does it feel, and how does it look. So YouTube videos will be my coach for tonight, and yeah, almost 2 a.m. Only one time when I actually can do stuff for myself. But before we start, I want to say special thank you to Luis, Dominic, Raphael, Audrey for supporting the channel, and also everybody who used the special thanks button on YouTube. I really appreciate it. It does mean a lot. It does help a lot. Thank you so much. So first move is skin the cat, one of the basic gymnastics move. I think I've done it a couple of years ago, maybe for fun with kids. Should be easy. Okay, I don't know if it's flexibility or mobility. Looks like I need some warm up for that thing. I wonder if it's shoulder mobility or overall body flexibility to have the space between bar and your feet, but for some reason I don't have it much. I wonder if there's a just flexibility or also you have advantage when you have a positive ape index. So ape index is the difference between your wingspan and your height. How tall you are. So usually positive ape index is the big advantage in sports like climbing, because you can reach further, also in boxing. I believe in calisthenics, in certain disciplines can be a good advantage. In my case, I'm -3. What does that mean? It means that my wingspan 3 inches shorter than my height. Majority of the population have a neutral ape index, which means your wingspan and your height equals. There's might be some variations ±1 inch. Still consider pretty much neutral ape index. At the end of the day, in this case we have a different bodies, but we are seeking for the same result. Actually, it's a very good excuse to say my body is not made for this sport or for this move. In some cases I can see that it's very tempting to say it, but I think all depends how hard you want to work. So no excuses. I don't think that right now I can increase my flexibility, but I can definitely find more room just taking shoes off and slide my grip a little bit lower to have more room. I don't know if it's a thing, but who knows, try it. Helped a lot though. I think next step is kicking up. Let's kick up. Well, I think it's enough talk for tonight. It's time to learn. Okay, maybe it's not that easy. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned it or not. If you pay attention on the street bar freestyle athletes, there is a lot of shoulder flexibility and mobility involved. So these athletes have a very healthy shoulders, I hope. And we've been talking before that blind catch, especially when you lift your hands behind your head, this trick not very friendly for your shoulders. So after like couple tries, I start like feel instant shoulder pain, but this is something that I've been going through like for last 4 years. It's another excuse. It's just saying that this motion behind your head, no bueno for your shoulder. At this point, for me, only issue, I spend so much time to thinking if my feet going through or not, because I still kind of need more space between the bar and feet. Ooh, touched the bar first time. Ah! So at this point, I think the shoulder pain is the only one issue I have with this flip. It feels like it's about to happen. And recently I asked a couple of my friends who already achieved some decent levels in calisthenics and high bar freestyle. It used to be intermediate trick, but as time goes and the sport is developed, now it's more like a beginner move. It will be easy to do with a coach in less than an hour. Yeah, and we have one more opinion that it's intermediate and it's annoying to get it first time, but again with coach it will be easier. One more opinion is just easy, 10 minutes. So far I have already like 15 minutes of trying. It's actually not physically hard. Everything that we need to do is just grab the bar and just let it swing. So well, actually it looks like I'm a normal student, so right away I start doing the most common mistake, kicking not vertical enough. And actually every time when I kick way too far, I think I put more pressure on the shoulder. Still have a lot of hope and a lot of feelings. Time flies, it's already 18 minutes. Felt nice. It still hurts though. Personally for me the hardest part of this flip is the shoulder pain, because tomorrow I probably won't be happy about this idea. Anyway, this is my personal issues and I think there is no room for that, so we just shift it over and never come back to this. Let's rate our shrimp flip. So basically it took me slightly over 18 minutes. So the first thing is how easy to learn. And in my personal opinion, and as you see guys, it is very possible to learn without coach, using only like 2-3 YouTube videos. And if you type shrimp flip tutorial, you will like probably see first 2-3 clips. They're pretty much everything that you need. Also, right technique brings less discomfort on your shoulders. If you worry about your shoulders, again, better to train with coach who will be providing the perfect technique for you to not get injured. I think it's 5 out of 5. It's actually fun to learn. That's how I feel that professional athletes bring this intermediate or advanced trick towards the beginners, because you learn together and eventually it becoming more accessible. How difficult is technically? I would say technique here is very important. I would rate it is the 3 stars probably. There are not many details you have to be focused on, but there are still some. How physically difficult it is? I would say it's maybe half a star. Everything that requires is a little bit of flexibility, so you can put your feet between your hands. How does it feel? If I take away shoulder issue, it actually doesn't feel bad. It feels like you actually do some kind of dynamic trick. You swing, you tuck, you kick, you release the bar and you grab in the bar, and it feels nice. And I believe if we zoom in on my face when I caught it, it actually brings a lot of joy in it. So I think as every flip and as every achievement, I would rate it as a 5 stars, because it feels nice and it's always nice to achieve something, right? How it looks, I'm sorry, I still think it looks ugly. I would say it's 1 star trick. I don't know, blind catch, it feels like you just peeled off and try to kick in it. I don't know. It's probably my distorted vision, because I spent over like 15 years around professional gymnast, acrobats and circus performances, where everything's supposed to be lined, point toes, fists together, and quality of performance is more important than difficulty. So probably through this distorted experience I can see something that we believe wobbly looks ugly. So technically we complete the challenge and it's supposed to be end of the video, but if you're still here, I want to share with you 3 exercises help me to recover my shoulder issues so much that I think everybody should know this. Okay, so long story short, I have a huge labrum tear that goes all the way around. So every time I do something behind my back, it want to come out from this side. So I have 3 exercises that I do casually, depends on how bad my shoulders feels, and every time it helps me to reduce pain level and make the quality of my life a little bit better. So first exercise is the static kettlebell holds, like this. Ideally don't drop and try to balance, it will stabilize. Let's make Magnus meat, but it will force you to stabilize your shoulder and wrist and forearm as well. And this is 35 pounder, it's way too heavy. I usually use something like 11 pounds. So what you want to do, you want to hold 2 kettlebells the same weight and try to hold 1 minute. And it's supposed to be medium hard. Don't reach to failure, but don't chill too much. After 1 minute, you feel a little bit burn, especially on the back side of the shoulder. Then drop, 2 minute rest, 3 sets. Perfect exercise, helped me a lot. Try it, and as always, leave your feedback. Okay, for the second exercise you will need the rubber loop, kind of simple like this. You can find them in the gym, they're pretty much available. What you want to do, you actually want to spread your hands on your shoulder width and you get a little bit of resistance. And I usually walk like 45 seconds to 1 minute until I feel like burn in your upper body. Again, it shouldn't be very hard, but it also shouldn't be very easy. Try to keep the moderate tension. I'm not sure that you can build the muscle mass on upper body doing these exercises, but it's definitely good for recovery. The last exercise is optional and I usually use it whenever I have time or I can do other things. And here you can find the angle that works better for you, so it's on your taste, on your preference. So don't go heavy, light weights, a lot of reps. It's a recovery. We're not building muscles here. We try to stay healthy, and the shoulder joint has huge range of motion, so try to find something that will work for you. So I think the bottom line for tonight is it's okay to try things that you don't want to try, because at the end of the day there is a joy that you can possibly find doing things that you don't want to do. And in this case, something that not very attractive for me ended up bringing very joyful experience. Thank you so much for your time, I really appreciate it. Hope you had fun and learned something new. And as always, stay safe, healthy, positive. See ya.